Hello, everyone. I'm Nimrod Knoller, the head of Lava Foundation. I have with me today a guest, Radko Albrecht, and we're again meeting for our ecosystem call to review the last month, review month of May, and look forward to the month of June. First of all, hello, Radko. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Nimrod. Very nice to be on the call. I'm Radko. I'm the founder and CEO of Bitbond. We're a tokenization infrastructure provider, and very glad to be on the Lava ecosystem call today.
Pleasure having you with us here. So just a quick agenda for this call. We'll kick us off with the Lava Summer Kickoff. We have a lot planned this summer. And then after that, we'll speak about the product development, what's coming up, what we've done, and what's coming up in the next month. A bit of chain ops, chain migration, what's going on with sales, marketing, then partnerships. We'll have a chance for Radko to present him and how they're using Lava. And then we'll finish off with where you can meet us. So we have a lot to speak about today. And let's start. So Lava Summer Kickoff, we are kicking off starting June, the Lava Summer. The reason we're calling it Lava Summer is we have a lot planned for this summer. You'll see soon a lot on the product side is going to change. We're working hard on usability. We're working hard on tokenomics. We also have a lot of big partnerships and projects coming up that are very unique, and a lot is planned. So we're very optimistic for this summer, and we're starting it very strong. So first of all, welcome everybody to Lava Summer. A bit about product development. So everything we've done last month, you can expect to see live or released in June. So the main topics you'll see, and we'll go through these, each has their own dedicated slide. We have a new gateway that we are releasing, that will be released in June, that would be much more usable. We're starting to work on performance monitoring, or improving the performance monitoring of the chain, enterprise RPC. We're looking to resolve the biggest blocker there already this June, and looking into the chain migration, publish the results of our research. And then we also have a chain transparency dashboard that we're looking to release, have an alpha release for. The new gateway that you already see is actually almost done. The main blocker there is a payment processor. It should be a much easier to connect for consumers, much simpler and transparent ways for payments. Again, the data usage as well from the consumer side should be fully transparent. Overall, better user experience. We expect, again, to make life simpler to any new product or protocol that wants to join and use Lava and pay a subscription for Lava. Everything should be much more streamlined. This is part of the new strategy that we've discussed last month of focusing more and more on subscriptions, more and more on sustainable business growth, rather than the previous more blockchain Web3 focused previous approach that we had. Again, current status is the gateway is more or less ready. The main blocker here is the payment processor integration is taking a bit longer than expected. Hopefully that'll be done within a week or two, and then we could release that live. But we've already started migrating the consumer data, right? So it's really pushing to release. We're really in the last steps of it. So we're really excited about that. And then as soon as that's released, we'll have a demo with Pao. So please stay tuned and join the demo and learn more details about the gateway. Next is the enterprise RPC. So we realized after many conversations over the last month with different enterprise users of Lava, and kind of digging deeper of how to grow the adoption within enterprise together with our customers and partners, realized that latency was the biggest issue and the biggest blocker for wider adoption from everything else. We started digging into that and kind of into the chain, into the protocol, seeing what's going on. we did realize that actually we have very strong providers on the chain as well. So competitive with any centralized, or actually beating any centralized provider as well. The issue that many encountered with latency in Lava as a whole is that we also have providers that are very slow, and that of course skews the whole algorithm. So the overall average is not great. We have a few plans on how to resolve that already in place. We're looking into it. We're still digging a bit more into the data. Once we have a more solid idea, we'll of course release. We'll share that information with the ecosystem, and we hope to have that done, or we're aiming to have that done at least on the first chains already this month. As a following step of that, we are, while kind of exploring where the whole enterprise part, we started working on improving our network performance monitoring. We have a beta version that is already live and that runs on selected chains. We want to grow that into more chains. We're looking to improve that to get more actionable insights, get more key findings. Again, as mentioned before, we have very strong providers. We need to see exactly the situations where they outshine and just get a bit of color into this whole situation. As we get more information, we'll of course share with the whole ecosystem. And the idea is, again, to use that data and focus based on that data on improving the whole service. Yeah. Continuing with the concept of chain transparency, or transparency in data gathering and in information, we've also started working on last month transparency dashboard. It will be first released with Whales. The dashboard monitors large onboarding, gives alerts, monitors the bridges, and it showcases the unlocks, vesting schedules, and so on. Basically, very relevant information for token holders. Release, as mentioned, will be with the people that are staking over 5 million Lava at first stage. Later, open it up slowly to more and more larger parts of the community. But the idea is really to give people the data and the insights into the chain, so you feel comfortable, again, interacting with Lava, and everybody has the data that they need and information that they need going forward. And on the last topic, on the product side and research side, chain migration research. So just to remind everyone, the main reason we're looking to migrate is from the Cosmos SDK is what the Cosmos, there's no nice way of saying it. It's the Cosmos ecosystem current situation. We have now another major player just this week, another Cosmos major player that's shutting down. So Leap Wallet has stopped operations on the 28th of May. There's a genuine concern that the chain will become less and less supported, and in the end, Lava is chain agnostic in that sense, and we're looking to a better place to transition to. Most likely that would be EVM. Of course, we're not just transitioning to run away from Cosmos. We're taking this opportunity to improve on some key elements with Lava. So we're looking into lowering also operational costs, having better scalability, and improving the overall long-term network efficiency. We should have the results of the research and a more detailed migration roadmap coming in June. And of course, we'll share that with the ecosystem, and we'll let you know before we push anything else, but then we'll have open discussions and everything around that as well. Under marketing and communications, so part of the new, as a result of the new gateway and all the different developments, we're also gonna redo and launch the new website, or redo the Lava website to adapt to the gateway, to adapt to the subscription focus and the sales focus, as well as the other changes that are planned. We also, due to kind of ecosystem requests, we are now live on Coinstock, so you can check us on the Coinstock app. You have the little logo down here. You can find that out. And funnily enough, we see LinkedIn, which is not very typical for a Web3 project. We see LinkedIn as it outperforming the last month X. That does kind of show our thesis that the focus is more and more enterprise, more and more business, and we're also getting on the marketing and comm side more success on the enterprise and business side rather than what we used to get in the kind of Web3 native blockchain communities. And then last thing is we're working hard with our partners on 2 Sandbox announcements. It will come on the 2nd and 4th week of June. More about the Sandboxes. We have 2 Sandboxes signed, one in the real estate with a massive real estate developer, a very big project. We'll be able to share more information after the 10th of June. And another one in the energy sector, also a very big energy project. We'll be able to share again more details, more information after the 23rd of June. Other than that, as mentioned last month, we still have the ongoing discussions with 3 banks plus 2 other enterprises. We have slowed down the other discussions just to focus on these 2 Sandboxes. At the end of the day, we do these Sandboxes to open opportunities to Lava customers, right? Participation in these Sandboxes are only open to the RPC paying customers. And we're slowing a bit down the acquisition of new Sandboxes until we see that actually we bring value to our customers and we manage to bring also more customers thanks to these Sandboxes, and then the whole ecosystem benefits, more customers, more paying customers, of course, more rewards for providers, and more usage, the whole flywheel, the whole ecosystem profits. They are looking for these 2 Sandboxes projects that are either in the fields of tokenization, so tokenization platforms, payment rails, DeFi and RWA, and different L1s and L2s. If they would close the deal and subscribe to the Lava RPC, they could also participate in those Sandboxes. So if you know relevant projects, feel free to introduce them to the team or share with them a bit more information. Okay. Other than that, on the sales, in our new approach in the last month, we have 4 new paying customers. It is before the launch of the new gateway. We have a funnel of over 20 projects with 14 in later stages. Again, the biggest blocker for us is the gateway. We're waiting for that to be released because it just slows the whole onboarding process. The old gateway, the whole process really slows the onboarding a lot. It's much 10 times more complicated than what we're looking for. In the meantime, if you do know relevant projects that could benefit from Lava RPC, feel free to connect them to David or Joey, our sales team. Main ecosystems also that we're looking at are Base, Arbitrum, Ethereum, Avalanche, and Polygon. Cool. And with that, I'd like to share the stage with Radko, one of our newest customers, and Bitbond. Radko, can you share a bit more about Bitbond and what you guys do with our ecosystem?
So, quick introduction about Bitbond first. We are a tokenization infrastructure provider. We provide institutional-grade tokenization infrastructure to banks, financial institutions, but also corporate issuers like tech companies that launch their own token and that launch a token offering. In total, over $1.2 billion worth of assets have been tokenized with our infrastructure. What's important to understand is that we are not the issuer of these assets, but we provide the tech that they need. Some of our clients include some of the biggest financial institutions like DZ Bank or Deca Bank and a few others. Tech companies that would launch a utility token, for example, under the new markets and crypto assets regime in Europe. We do that throughout 3 different categories of products and services, and that's also where then RPCs and Lava would come in. One product that we use that we create is Token Tool, which is a no-code smart contract deployment product. Essentially, it allows you to deploy smart contracts like tokens, vesting contracts, payment streams, token lockers, and many other smart contracts without coding them yourself. And we do that across 11 different chains, the biggest EVM chains, as well as Solana, Stellar, and our most recent addition has been the Ripple XRP ledger. Besides Token Tool, we also have the Offering Manager, which is an end-to-end issuance platform, which allows you to do a token offering, including a white-labeled investor checkout, where you can plug in different KYC providers, different payment options for crypto, as well as fiat payments and different custody options. Plus, additionally to these 2 software products, we also provide advisory, especially our enterprise clients typically do not simply buy the software, but also want us to support them with advisory services. Now, where does Lava and RPC come in? Especially in the Token Tool product, we need RPCs pretty much continuously to keep the product up and running, to show certain data and analysis portfolios to our users. And so when we heard about Lava's decentralized RPC network and infrastructure, we were quite excited about that. Personally, I wasn't aware that there are decentralized RPCs, and so the uptime and data integrity it has is something that is a huge, factor that is definitely speaking for Lava. And so we have plugged the Lava RPCs into the Bitbond Token Tool product just a few weeks ago, and we might also expand it into other use cases because besides our publicly facing products, we sometimes also do some custom developments for our clients where RPCs are also necessary. We just recently built a NFT metadata and open rate tracker. We still did that with our old RPC provider, but going forward, when we do such developments, we're going to make sure to use the Lava RPC. So we're very excited about the partnership and about the benefits of decentralized RPCs.
Thank you so much, Radko. We're very happy to have you as, of course, a consumer, and in the partnership. We're very grateful for it and the trust that you bestow on us. So last thing before we close, where can you meet us? So we will be at the end of June at 0.0 in the 0.0 forum in Zurich. Other than that, we have also team members that will be in the Philippines Blockchain Week and WebEx in Tokyo. That's in July. So I think that's the main 2 things. You can meet the team. If you're there, feel free to reach out and schedule a meeting with us. We would be very happy to speak with everyone and meet with everyone. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to listening what we have done the last month and what we're planning for next month. Special thank you for Radko for joining Bitbond. It's great having you part of the ecosystem. And if anyone needs, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. And that's it from our side. Until next month.